If your calendar is super packed, but your bank account is not, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I am Samar Michelle Days. I am your nonprofit and small business strategist. And I am here to help you grow and scale your nonprofit. And I come from a real world perspective because I am running a thriving nonprofit that serves both Michigan and Georgia. So let's get into it, y'all. Your nonprofit is busy. You're busy boots. You have things to do all the time, and you just have your calendar packed full of events. You are serving the community. You are doing well, but the money is just not matching, and you're trying to figure out what the issue is. And the first issue is that activity is not strategy. Okay. Being busy never got anybody anywhere, right? It just feels like I'm doing all the things, and it really, is good for your emotional well-being. Like I'm running my nonprofit and I'm doing really good, but it just is not, it doesn't equal strategy. It doesn't equal money. And most of the clients that I know, they don't even start, like when they meet me, they don't have a revenue goal. They don't have a money goal. They have just thoughts about what they're going to do and what they're going to work on. And so it's really important to make sure that you are not doing busy work, that you are really focusing on getting paid for what you do, because that is what funders respond to. Funders respond to clarity, not constant movement, right? We have to be able to not only have a revenue goal, but actually talk about that revenue goal and talk about the activity and how the activity is going to sustain and serve. So nonprofit funders, they don't know if you're going to be here year over year. They are in the business of funding organizations and making sure that they can grow and thrive. They want to fund your projects. They want to fund organizations that they can fund year over year. People that give out money, they are also in a business. And so they don't want to have to find a new amazing organization every year. They do find new organizations, but they also want partners that they can build and they can, set their watch on. They're going to have this service numbers because all the people that give money to them count on them to have amazing organizations. So since we know that, we know that they want to give us money and they want to see the activity, but the activity has to be activity that makes sense for the organization, not just busy work. It has to really drive the mission, and funders have to be able to see why I need to fund this. And so that starts to get into impact. And is the activity that you're doing, is it busy work, or is it the work that's going to impact your constituents, your clients, the community, and move the needle forward for the community and for the need? So it's not just about activities. Often I see nonprofits, they're doing good work, but it's a lot of work and it's a lot of scattered work. And some of that work needs to be very intentional so that it can be attractive to those funders. And also so everybody understands what they're doing. And so you can slow down and add some strategy to the work that you're doing. And then without a money system, your efforts often lead to burnout. Leaders, y'all tired of running around, tired of trying to figure things out. And it is because that strategy that you need, that money strategy that you need, is connected with that activity strategy that you need. And it also keeps you from just doing way too much, right? So what is my example of this? Somebody that collects items, collects clothes, collects shoes, collects canned goods, and then distributes them to the homeless. But there are organizations that do this on a normal basis, right? You can't be like picking up clothes from everybody everywhere and moving this stuff about and not really having anywhere to store it. So you putting it in your garage and you putting it in your trunk, and then you're dropping it off as you talk to people and call people. That is not sustainable. It leads to burnout. But what if you had a monthly drop off point? What if you have partners and donors that you've lined up to receive these items at a certain time of year? Now you can explain that to a funder. You can add a budget to that, and you can really get rocking and rolling. So we want to make sure that we are not just busy, y'all. We can't just be moving and moving and moving, and we don't have any strategy behind it, because the funders recognize that, and they don't want to give to a scatter organization. They want to give to a strategic organization, an organization that has the capacity to grow year over year. And I am going to say that till I'm blue in the face. So if you want some help with strategy, if you want some help growing your nonprofit and getting that foundation and that baseline, contact me and my team. We are at Samara Michelle Consulting on all platforms. You can like, share, comment, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and you can visit me at SamaraMichelleConsulting.com. Click on the Work With Me link, and let's get it in, y'all.